20 years ago today, 4 men carrying homemade explosives boarded London's public transport system and carried out the deadliest single act of terrorism in the UK. 52 people were killed in the 7/7 attacks, as well as the bombers, and more than 700 people were injured. The effects of that day still linger, in the memories of survivors, in the grief of victims' families, and in the fabric of the city itself. Survivor Mustafa Kurtuldu, then 24, was on his way to the Home Office to take part in an event celebrating a government volunteering project when he was caught up in the blast.
I don't think I have come to terms with it. I don't think you can. I don't think you ever get over it. I wish I could. I mean, I still have manic episodes where I break down. I still, like, my kids have become accustomed to knowing when I zone out. When someone goes through any kind of trauma, you just kind of, the scar tissue, you just get used to it.
As a British Muslim, Mustafa recalls the day of the attack differently to many others.
When police were taking everyone's name, when they asked for my name, they stopped me and searched my bag as soon as they found out what my name was. And that happened to me twice, like outside the station. Like, I was never really allowed to be a straight up victim. You compare that with the other interviews with other survivors, they were talking about how their personal feelings and how they tried to come to terms with it.
Martin Byrne, also then 24, was working as a civil engineer for Transport for London when he was called to King's Cross to deal with an emergency on July the 7th, 2005.
When I got down to King's Cross, I was really surprised actually at how little control there appeared to be. Everyone, all the passengers had evacuated the whole area. It was eerily quiet. I went down into the station, walked around for a bit trying to find someone in charge, and then I found a policeman at the top of one of the escalators, introduced myself, found out what was going on, and then a couple of minutes later some other people turned up, and about 5 minutes later an emergency responder came up the escalator asking for blankets. And we thought, God, it's the middle of summer. And he said, no, it's to cover the bodies. And we said, how many do you need? And he said, bring as many as you can. And that's the first time that we realized that this was not what some of the rumors and hearsay was about a power surge or anything like that. That's when we realized this was, literally deadly serious.
Though fear and anxiety lingered in the aftermath, the response from the public and emergency services, both on the day and in the days that followed, was a powerful display of London's resilience and defiance in the face of terrorism. Commemorating 7/7 continues to send a collective message of unity, courage, and solidarity in the face of fear and violence.